Addressing Complex Problem: Fake Service Animals by Victoria Dobson for EGS 301HA. On the agenda for today, introduction to the issue, explanations of problems caused by fake service animals, the harm of bad legislation, possible solutions, and a source cited page. Hello, my name is Victoria Dobson, and I will use my complex problem is about fake service animals and the harm they cause to the disabled community. I will propose a possible solution to this issue. I will be including multiple resources from my research to help my claims about the harm fake service dogs cause to the disabled community. Talking about the harm. First, before we get into the harm caused by fake service dogs, we have to explain what a service dog is. The Americans with Disabilities Act defines a service dog as any dog that is individually trained to do work or perform tasks for the benefit of an individual with a disability. While the handlers of service dogs do bond with them closely, they are more important than your average pet. In a study called To Live with a Wagging-Tailed Assistant by Martina Lundquist, the assistant's dog enables the participant to feel safer and more independent in their everyday life. This study was about the emotional reactions that disabled people feel when having their service animal and training the service animal themselves instead of going through a service that would train the service animal. The problems caused by fake service animals. Fake service animals have not only harmed real service animals, they have also bitten owners, bitten non-disabled people out in public. They have killed real service animals, and they have caused accidents. The reason this happens is pet owners who do not have a disability or do not have the proper regulation or training for their animal that does provide emotional comfort for them but is not a service dog they get either special treatment or to take a dog that does benefit them to places where that dog is not trained to be. The harm of bad legislation. 33 states in America, as of 2022, have laws of varying degrees around fake service animals. These laws can range, most of them are in misdemeanor charges, which are slap on the wrist compared to the harm that it causes to disabled people when fake service animals are actively harming and occasionally killing their dogs. Ohio currently does not have a service animal law. However, that may change as this issue is a very hot button topic and lawmakers are trying to keep a pulse on it. These laws, however well-meaning they are, harm the disabled community more than they benefit them. In the Washington Post article, lawmakers tried to keep fake service dogs off flights. It stopped disabled people from getting on flights. A blind woman talks about how the amount of hoops she has to jump through to get her service dog or attempt to get her service dog onto the plane, even though she already went through registration because of people with fake service dogs. The woman with the black Labrador is the woman in the article, Stephanie. Possible solutions. Solution 1. Expanding the ADA. Expanding the power of the ADA would increase the amount of power disabled people have, not only in their own lives, but the world around them. It would make legislation easier to create for non-disabled lawmakers, and it would help clear up the amount of confusion around what a service dog really is. As mentioned earlier, the ADA only defines it as a dog individually trained. They do not specify whether that dog has to be trained by its owner or by a professional service. If accessing and the regulations around what truly makes a service dog, inspired by what disabled people are actually saying, it would help prevent people from pretending their dogs are service dogs when they are not. This, however, may have another backfire, as we mentioned previously, because it may make getting service animals for people who have legitimate needs and want a legitimate service animal harder than it needs to be. So this expanding the ADA not only would give disabled people more power in their societal interactions overall, it would make getting service animals clearer, easier, and a lot less stressful on every party involved. Expanding legislation, as I previously mentioned, it's not going to totally cut it. Seeing the other legislation that has already taken place, this is obviously not 100% a legal problem. This is a societal and legal problem. Laws can only do so much to help fix an issue. So another way to solve the issue would be education on what a service dog is via public service announcements or Instagrams, TikToks, YouTube videos. Disabled people are already doing this as a way to help advocate for themselves, but I believe this needs to be a widespread, well-known issue. Yes, there was already a lot of information out about this issue, but a lot of it is misinformed. If the true statement of what a service dog is from the ADA was a easier, accessible piece of information, there would be less confusion by people who genuinely do need a service dog or genuinely are helped and supported by their not a service dog, but still gives them emotional support that they need. Proper education on what a service dog really is may even help those people get their dog, who's an unofficial service dog in many ways, officially trained, licensed, and helps them. Many people who want to have a service or emotional support dog do have genuine needs. However, the few who just want to take their dogs everywhere in places they do not belong, or feel entitled to special treatment that they don't deserve or need, are ruining it for not only people who have genuine needs and don't have the means to get a service dog, and those who have service dogs and have been harmed by fake service dogs. So public education would help get the public's eye more on this issue, which would lead into the third solution, social change. This is the ultimate final way this problem can be solved. If disabled voices are listened to, understood, and appreciated more for the advice and opinions they have, this issue will not be happening as much. Yes, people who have fake service dogs are already looked down upon. However, people cannot tell a fake service dog from a real service dog most of the time and end up harassing someone who has a real service dog. So if there is a societal change to when people talk about having a fake service dog, to gently explaining that that's a very bad thing to do, um, it would change people's overall perspective of not only disabled people, but of just having a disability overall. Summary: able-bodied people must listen to and try their best to protect disabled individuals and their accessibility tools, whether that accessibility tool be a purely mechanical thing or a friend with 4 legs. Here is my works cited page.